just again support just their own peers. I mean, there's somebody that is trying to quit smoking. Sometimes it's just sort of teaming up with somebody and just sort of, trying a different kind of an angle. I go in a lot of coffee shops where there's a lot of cigarette smoking young people in their 20s, and and I just like to chip away at them, and not make them feel guilty or make them feel inferior or anything like that, but to kind of remind them that the reason that their asthma is not as good as they want it to be, and that their inhaler isn't working, is because they're either around a smoky environment or they're smoking themselves. It's so common in the emergency room. I don't know why, but people come in with these coughs, which was you have a cough. What are you doing in the emergency room? Well, it's been going on for 2 weeks. Well, do you smoke? Well, I quit. Oh, really? When? Well, 2 weeks ago when my cough started. This is just like ubiquitous, and so rather than kind of railing on people or making them feel bad, it's mainly just trying to get them to say, hey, look, this should be the last straw. I'm so sick and tired of this. I'm so sick and tired of feeling like this. That why don't I just sort of take a break from this, and given the fact that it costs so much money, and it seems that the state of California is going to probably end up having to bankroll most of the budget off the backs of cigarette smokers, maybe it's time to quit just on financial grounds alone. When you're in the middle of the Great Depression, maybe you just ought to give up cigarette smoking so you have some money for food.
Right.
But it's it's just so frustrating. Sometimes I think to myself, well, everybody, of course everybody has a right to be the way they want to be. What's really frustrating though is what you see is that those costs are borne by other people, and I think that there is an unfairness to that whole thing when some people are trying to take good care of themselves, and we're trying to right the economy of the United States and control healthcare costs, and other people are just sort of wantonly, kind of misbehaving and running up tabs that are, far in excess of other people. You have to ask yourself for some accountability. Everybody has to be accountable. Sure, you can smoke in your own private home if you want to, but the downside of expecting that, the U.S. is going to take care of you indefinitely for living an unhealthy lifestyle, I think is unrealistic. And personally, I'd prefer to see some sort of a counterbalance in there where you have the choice to do these things, but you pay higher insurance premium if you want a cigarette smoke. I think that's perfectly fair.